What's going on? Welcome back to Real World Tool Reviews. And today we're going to do a video that I've been thinking about doing for a long time. And we're gonna entitle this video the Tool Handle Hall of Fame. So basically, what I'm going to talk about is my favorite handles on tools, and I narrowed it down to let's see, 6 categories. Excuse me, 6 categories for the tools that the handles are the most important on. And I have been thinking about doing this video forever. If you review tools, a very important part of any tool that that you use in terms of hand tools, especially, is the handle. So I'm going to show you my favorite ones and talk about my favorite designs. And then you guys can let me know what your favorites are. So we're going to go from left to right. A hammer. Everybody knows that one of the most important things when you are swinging a hammer and you hit something with a hammer is it's got to feel good in your hands. Especially when you're really beating on stuff. You want something that is comfortable. And this is the best handle I've ever used on a hammer. And it's on this Estwing. I'm saying Estwing now. Enough people have made fun of me in the comments for calling it Eastwing. I've always known that it's really called Estwing. I know there's no A there, but it's just I grew up calling it Eastwing. So, but I'm converted now. So you guys have converted me. But this rubber handle, I just love this. I mean, I grew up using wooden handle hammers, and we're going to talk about that in a second. But this is the best version of a rubber handle for a hammer. I don't know what they did. Even just these little dimples that they put in it. This S-Wing design, it's so comfortable, and it absorbs a lot of shock. This is a full piece of steel right here. This is one piece of steel, and it vibrates a good bit when you're really beating on something with it. But the handle, it just absorbs a lot of it. I'm not always a big fan, as you'll see, of rubber handles, but this rubber handle, it has not gotten sticky on me. It's not gotten weird on me, and this is my favorite hammer that I own, and a lot of it is because of this rubber handle that's on it. And then the other great handle, if you can find one, and sometimes they're tough to find, is a wooden handle with like a wooden handle that is designed well with the wood still in good shape. As you guys know, I go to all these estate sales and stuff, and I find, you'll see a lot of wooden handled hammers. This one, however, I got at an estate sale, and it's become like one of my most used, actually probably my most used hammer, really, even more than this one. This one, when I need to, really do some trim carpentry stuff, I always use this one. But this wooden handled one, it's just got such a nice taper to it, and it is so comfortable in your hand. If you can find a good wooden handled hammer, it really is nice. And I don't have any stiletto hammers or anything like that, or titanium, but this is my favorite. These two make the Hall of Fame for me. The Eastwing rubber handle and just a good wooden handle if you can find one. That's the best thing for hammers. And like, I'll show you an example of a hammer that I hate. I hate this hammer. I don't know where I got it. I've had it for years, and this wooden handle sucks. The balance is wrong. It's too fat down here. I hate it. And then here's an example of another hammer that I actually kind of like this one, but this rubber handle, it just doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel nearly as good as this. So this Eastwing rubber is just superior rubber to whatever this is. And you can find, hammers like that are a dime a dozen. So that's hammer handles. Now, the next thing that's really important is wrenches. And at the end of this video, we're actually going to demolish a handle that I hate. And we're going to talk about that handle that I hate right now here in a second. But wrenches, you know, uh, you're wrenching on something, and this is a handle. I call it a handle, I guess. So I got adjustable. These are the combination wrenches, and adjustable wrenches are the ones I use the most. There's different kinds of wrenches, I guess. Maybe other than that, I don't know. But this kind of wrench and this kind of wrench, they're what I use, and these are my two favorites. So I know there's nicer wrenches out there, and these wrenches are made in Taiwan. These are the Milwaukee wrenches, and these are my favorite wrenches to use. Like if I'm going to work on my vehicles at home, these are the wrenches I use. And I was actually just using this 3/4 one today and just appreciating how comfortable it is. The edges are rounded really nicely, and it's got this kind of I-beam design to it. When you put this wrench in your hand, it is extremely comfortable, and you can put a lot of torque on it, as much pressure as you can with your hands, and it just feels a lot better than a wrench like this, which, we all grew up using these raised panel wrenches. They're great. I love my SK ones, but this is just not as comfortable of a wrench to use at all. And if I'm at home and I have the choice, I'm definitely going to use the Milwaukee. I know that there's other companies that make, like I know the Mac Precision Torque ones are kind of like this too, but this Milwaukee wrench is affordable and has just a really comfortable handle to it. And then in terms of adjustable wrenches, this is the best one I've found, the Armstrong. Now, most of these tools you can buy, not all of them. I don't think you can buy this tool anymore. This one I bought used, and it's the best one I found. You want to find, when it comes to an adjustable wrench that you're going to use a lot, I like to have a thicker handle, and this one just is so comfortable just because of how thick it is. Most adjustable wrenches are not like that, and I wish this is the 10-inch one. This is my go-to 10-inch adjustable wrench, and I wish that I could find a 12-inch one. I have a 6-inch one that I love too, but the 10-inch one, I want an 8 and a 12 too, because like everybody loves the old school Crescent. These are some of my favorite tools to collect. But they and many, many others like them because they were, a lot of them were copied of Crescent, and Crescent is the gold standard from back in the day. So everybody made them kind of like this, where they're real thin. And this is a 10-inch wrench too, but this one is so much more comfortable to use. It is insane. This one, you put a lot of pressure on this Crescent with this thin kind of, it just hurts. It's just not comfortable. I love the Crescent though, but man, this one kind of like this. The Armstrong's great. Milwaukee makes some nowadays that are pretty similar. I should have grabbed it for this video. Actually, I don't have it on me, but Milwaukee has some that actually are similar to this. But you want to. My favorite adjustable wrench handle is like this, a thick handle that doesn't dig into your hand, kind of similar to what this is, But they do make adjustable wrenches that have comfort grips. Now, I'm not a big rubber guy, especially on wrenches, because wrenches are either getting greasy or getting wet and shitty. Plumbing and automotive work is pretty much when you're going to use wrenches. So I keep this one in my plumbing kit. This is the Baco. I love this one because this comfort grip is not sticky and it's not bulky. And that's the two reasons why I hate rubber handles on most tools, is because they're sticky and bulky. When they get nasty, they get sticky, and I hate that feeling, and I hate how bulky they are. And this one, I haven't even used this tool that much. I've had it for like 2 years or something, and I've used it a handful of times, and the reason for that is I hate this handle because it is sticky, and it's bulky, and I hadn't even really got it dirty to make it sticky. I hate this handle. I hate everything about it. But this is a really nice wrench. This channel lock, made in Spain by Irega. Really, really nice adjustable wrench. But I freaking hate this code blue. So what I'm going to do at the end of this video is cut this damn thing off, or do something to get it off. Yeah, we'll get it off. At the end of this video, that's going to be, we're going to turn this wrench into a wrench that we love. Right now we hate it, but we're going to love it at the end of the video. So, but this one, we'll make this one an honorable mention because I don't know, I just don't love the rubber handle, but this rubber is tolerable. So this will be an honorable mention. We'll put it as an honorable mention in the Hall of Fame. But when it comes to the Hall of Fame handles for wrenches, I like a substantial, just bare metal handle. And for the combination wrench, I love this Milwaukee. It's just really comfortable. Now we're going to talk about ratchets. And ratchet handles there's been a lot of different ratchet handle designs over the years, and I am a hard handle ratchet guy, and I would like to have a rubber handled ratchet just to compare it to, but I don't even, actually I own one, but it's in my truck. But anyway, I don't like the rubber handles, especially for ratchets, because like I'm saying, in the automotive work, you get brake cleaner and all kinds of solvents, chemicals, brake dust, oil, motor oil, all kinds of nasty stuff. You don't want it getting on that rubber and breaking it down and making it sticky and nasty. I just hate that. So that's why I always get the hard handle. And this hard handle snap-on is great, but I just don't love how small it is. I wish it was at least longer. I know they make it small to get in tight spots and stuff, but Snap-on's hard handle for their ratchets is too small. And I just feel like they should make it bigger. That's just the way I feel about it. So my 3/8, I made this, and we've talked about this before. I did a video on the restoration of this ratchet, actually, but I put a screwdriver handle on it, and I like it a lot better because it fits in my hand good. So hard handle ratchets are my favorite, and I love the Snap-on. I just wish it was a little bit bigger, but it still makes the Hall of Fame. Now, honorable mentions are obviously the other two type of ratchet handles that are very common are going to be a good old school thing, which is the knurling, the knurled handle. And then, of course, you've got the classic design, this guy here. And it fits in your hand the way these are, depending on the size of the ratchet, they fit in your hand good. But I just don't love this. Like, I would much rather use this than this right here. I just would. So while I don't hate this design, and while it's classic and everybody has been using it forever, I personally don't love it. If I could choose between these two, I would definitely choose the knurled handle. And I have a few ratchets with the knurled handle that I use, and I really like that. That is more comfortable for me than this. So, but that's just a personal preference thing. But I'm all about the hard plastic handles for ratchets. Now, maybe the two that are most important with handles would be screwdrivers and pliers. Screwdrivers, you have got to have a comfortable screwdriver handle, or else the screwdriver handle is just, if it's not comfortable, the screwdriver sucks and you're not going to use it. So here are my favorites. It was really hard for me to decide. As y'all know, I have a lot of screwdrivers. Here's another one of my favorites. I love the Vaco Bull Driver. I don't think they make these anymore. Klein owned this company, and I think they stopped making them. A lot of you guys bought these after seeing my videos, and I was so happy that I was helping them sell these, and then they're not available anymore. So that really sucks, but that's why I put this on this ratchet. I just love these handles because they're bigger than your standard kind of like old school acetate handle like this. They're much bigger and more comfortable and just really great. So I love these. But more than those, I think I love these three. And these, it took me a while to become in love with this design, the Wera, but it has rubber, but it does not get sticky, and it's just not gross rubber, and it does fit in your hand very well. It fits my hand very well anyway, and they have really done a good job with this design. It's just really nice. I really like it, and this I always keep a flat and a Phillips, and this one and the Wera Phillips have been my go-to for a long time in my main tool bag. I grab them and use them just as screw turners. I don't pry, I don't beat with these. I just use them as screw turners, and I've really loved this handle. But recently, as y'all know, I got the snap-on handles, and I like the snap-on handles better. That's why I bought the snap-on. I've always wanted these screwdrivers, and this flat and the number 2 Phillips has replaced this Wera and its number 2 Phillips in my main tool bag now, and I gotta say I'm happy. I'm happy with this decision. I love the snap-on square hard handles, and that's really what it comes down to. I like a hard handle plastic screwdriver, and the square hard handle is the best in my opinion. It's just the most comfortable for me, especially for a flathead, because you can kind of get that flat side and you can pry good, because basically, you know, everybody knows that we use them as pry bars. And then it's got just nice edges that you can just turn. It's just, and then it fits real good if you just need to put a lot of pressure. And it just, I don't know if everybody might not feel this way, but I love a square handled, hard handle design. I just love that. But the best screwdriver handle that I have ever used is the DeWalt. And I think this is another one that they might not make anymore, but I will be using this screwdriver till the day I die, because I don't believe it'll break. No matter how many fancy screwdrivers I get, Snap-on, Wera, and stuff, I always go back to my DeWalt flathead. When I just need a flathead, like kind of a beater one, I use this one because it just feels so good in my hand. I love this handle, and the reason for it is I like the fat part back here. It fits in your palm good, and it has this nice kind of rough texturing right here. And I have the Phillips that goes with it, and it's just the best screwdriver handle of all time. And it's kind of like the Snap-on in that it has four, like a square kind of 4 sides right here, which I like that, you know. And then if I want to grab it up here, it fits in the palm. It's kind of a combination, really, between these two, if you think about it. Like, it kind of has the palm fat part of the Wera that fits in your palm well, but it has the 4 sides here of the Snap-on, and it has this other feature with the texture here that I really like. So if they sold a set that was just like this, which they never have, they only sold these demolition ones like this, but if they sold a whole set of these, they would be my go-to screwdrivers, because that's how much I love this handle. I wish they would make a full set just like these, but I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But those are that's definitely the Hall of Fame right there. The Wera, the Snap-on, and these DeWalt screwdriver handles. And perhaps my favorite, perhaps the most important handle on a tool is plier handles. Because pliers, you know, the big part of the pliers is the handles. And there's just so many, you know. You got your classics, like, you know, here's a couple of my go-to tools right here. My channel locks and my Klein cutters. And they're just your classic dipped handles. And I love the dipped handles. Like, you can't go wrong with the dipped handles. But after a while, they start getting, start breaking down a little bit and not being great. So, especially the channel lock ones. But they always stay on there. I will give that to the channel lock ones. They stay on there and start turning puke green, and everybody knows that happens with channel locks. But the dipped handle is an honorable mention. It's a good design. But what's better than the dipped is the double dipped. These Klein, I wish that they would make more tools that had the double dipped. Like, I wish they'd make channel locks that had them. Klein does have like tongue and groove pliers, like channel locks. And I wish they'd do a double dip on theirs. I'd buy them because I love the lineman pliers that have, it's just a double dipped, thicker dipped handle, and it's the best. It's the most comfortable. It might be my favorite handle on a tool of all time, except for what is even better, and that is the snap-on plier handles. So this Klein is really, really, it's almost perfect. It definitely deserves a spot in the Hall of Fame. But probably my favorite tool handles of all time are snap-on plier handles. These needle nose were the first ones I ever got, snap-on pliers, and this, whatever, I think they call it like a plastisol dip that they use. But whatever it is, only Snap-on is able to dip their pliers in this stuff. Whatever this is, nobody else has anything like it. It's not been able. Harbor Freight tries to copy it, but it's not the same. This foamy rubber stuff, whatever they dip their pliers in, is the best plier handle ever. It's so comfortable. It's grippy in your hands. It feels, like, that's what I like about the dipped handles, is it just gives you a little bit of grip, and it doesn't, it's not too giant and bulky. I hate those big bulky plier handles, like, let me see if I've almost got rid of all the ones that I had because I hate them so much, but I don't know, like, here's a bad example, but the Nip-X, I actually like the Nip-X Comfort Grip, but it's bulky, and if it's a shitty Comfort Grip, it really sucks. But I don't even have any of those anymore. I've gotten rid of all the ones that really suck. But these are, they're thick and foamy and kind of spongy. They're real comfortable when you really got to squeeze hard on them. And they're grippy like a dipped handle. They're just the best of both worlds. They're just the most comfortable plier handles ever. And they have so many different colors. It's just great. You just gotta love Snap-on. But man, I get the most. I hardly ever get hate in the comments on this channel ever. You guys are the best subscribers of all time. I hear other YouTubers always complaining about haters in the comments or whatever. I never get bad comments, but I have gotten some from a few people whenever I talk about Snap-on, because some people just hate Snap-on and they think it's just like such a ripoff and a horrible, terrible thing to buy Snap-on tools. I disagree, and I think that these plier handles are some of my, like, Snap-on pliers are so worth the money. I don't care what anybody says. Don't let anybody tell you they're not worth the money. They're worth the money, and these plier handles, they're just awesome. So they're definitely top of the list, Hall of Fame for handles, for plier handles. And then the last one I was going to talk about briefly, which is not as important, but power tools, cordless power tools. And the winner for that definitely goes to DeWalt. Any DeWalt power tool is the best handle out there. And I've got Milwaukee. I love my little Bosch screw gun. I got a couple Snap-on, but these DeWalt handles, whatever, they made it real ergonomic. It just fits everybody's hand the best. I don't know. I mean, I know I'm not the only one that thinks that, but any of their power tools, like, all the drills and impacts. Love this drill, by the way. We're going to do a review about it. I just got it recently, but man, is it awesome. But the drills and the impacts and stuff are awesome, but they've got the same handles on like their sawzalls. It's like the same thing. It feels like the same tool when you're holding it like this. Any DeWalt power tool that has a trigger is just the best handle for a power tool that there is. So shout out to you, DeWalt. Y'all did a great job on making your handles extremely comfortable. So that was the last one I wanted to talk about. But yeah, this is the Tool Handle Hall of Fame right here. So if we're talking about hammers, the S-Wing rubber handle or a well-designed wooden handle, that's the best as far as I'm concerned. Adjustable wrenches and combination wrenches, the Milwaukee, definitely in the Hall of Fame. And a thicker, good adjustable is what you want. The Armstrong, if you can find it, is the best. With an honorable mention to the Baco if you like comfort grip. Ratchets, plastic hard handle, snap-on. That's the cream of the crop. Or take your favorite screwdriver handle and put it on an old SK. You'll really like that. Screwdrivers, Wera, Snap-on, and the DeWalt Demolition. Awesome, awesome screwdriver handles right there. They're my favorite. Pliers, double dip Kleins, and Snap-on Plastisol handles. Power tools, DeWalt, baby. That's the Tool Handle Hall of Fame. Now let me know in the comments what your favorite tool handles are. I know that everybody has a preference. Everybody likes what they like, and you guys, lots of you will probably disagree with me and think that rubber handles are really good. I know a lot of people actually really like this channel lock code blue handle. But man, this video has gotten a little bit long, but I don't care. We're gonna end the video by trying to get this stupid channel lock thing off. Now, some of you guys are probably just like wincing watching me do this to this channel lock handle, but I am just done with it. And I'm going to turn this thing into a good adjustable wrench. And I love it. Look at that. There we go. Channel lock. It's a beautiful design, really. I love that. What's under there. Code blue. You're going in the trash. Now this is nice. This is similar to that kind of design, kind of a thicker one. I like that a lot. So now we can start using this adjustable wrench. It's actually a very nice one. These channel lock Spanish ones, they're good. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's the Tool Handle Hall of Fame. Let us know in the comments what your favorite is. What do you like out of these? What do you agree with? What do you disagree with? I know that it's a very personal thing, so let us know in the comments. And thanks for watching.